Hey, what up, guys? So, I'm going to crank these top 10s out, keep cranking them out. So, going to look at the first quarter top 10s for the 135-pound lightweight division. Very talented division right here. It's still very top-heavy, but it's getting better as, as more guys get involved into the title picture and stuff. And, features one of the pound-for-pound, in my opinion, the pound-for-pound best fighter in boxing. So, let's see what we can do. All right, let's check out the top 10. First, let's take a look at the guys that are dropping out of the top 10 right now, which are first former WBO champion Ray Beltran. He drops out because he's moving. He previously was number 8. He's moving into the 140-pound junior welterweight top 10. He moved up there. He got a nice win on February 10th on the Jose Ramirez undercard, and that kind of sparked him there, and he looks like he's going to be facing Ramirez for the WBC 140-pound title next, is the speculation right now. So we'll see what happens, hopefully, and good luck to him in that division. Next dropping out is Ricky Burns. He previously was number 10. He hasn't really done much, and he just basically got bumped out due to other guys moving into the top 10. So, he hasn't fought. I don't think he's fought this year so far. So it's just basically dropping out because of other guys moving in. So, nothing bad against Ricky Burns. He just hasn't done much, and, he needs to build himself back up if he's, in this late stage of his career. All right, now looking at the top 10, we start with number 10. He drops one spot from being number 9, and that is former WBA champion Anthony Corolla. Well, other guys moving in is why he dropped out, but it's really no harm done because he came up on the Richard Comey injury and is going to be challenging Vasily Lomachenko this Friday, April 12th on ESPN Plus in a big-time showdown for the unified championship, lightweight championship. This is the biggest fight of Corolla's career, hands down. Big opportunity for him. We're going to see if he can crack a dent in what is the pound-for-pound best fighter in boxing. One thing that was concerning, I really wouldn't be giving Corolla a chance at all, but Lomachenko admitted that he really can't get up for the Corolla fight. Like, he really can't get into it. So that might play into Corolla's hands. We'll see what happens. I'm going to give my prediction when we talk about Vasily Lomachenko. But Anthony Corolla, Friday, April 12th, ESPN Plus, main event for the unified lightweight title. Big opportunity. Okay, next at number 9 is Ivan Mendy, French contender Ivan Mendy. He drops 2 spots from number 7. Mendy's never fought for a world title. He's his highest ranking right now is number 8 by the WBC. I like Mendy. He bounced back in January. He took on some nobody, got a 6-round TKO following his loss to Luke Campbell. The guy's going to have to get into some kind of an eliminator to get a big-time fight or a showdown with another top 10 guy. He's just one of those high-risk, low-reward guys. And after Luke Campbell beat him last year, he doesn't have a big name. So, it's not really going to take him that far unless he mandates a fight. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he just stays busy and tries to work himself into an eliminator. Next at number 8 is former 130-pound champion Javier Fortuna. He came back down to lightweight, got a nice win. I believe in February. He got a nice win over Sharif Bojere, a former world title challenger. He outboxed him over 10 rounds, got a unanimous decision. Now he's trying to continue to peel away so he can get into his another opportunity at a world title shot. So we'll see what happens. Next at number 7, dropping 2 spots from number 5, is former 2-division champion Jose Pedraza. He's supposed to be returning in May on an ESPN undercard, but I haven't heard an opponent as of yet. There was previous talks about him facing Teofimo Lopez, but he said that fight wouldn't make sense for him because Lopez doesn't bring anything to the table for him. But I think Bob Arum can talk him into that. We'll see what happens. Like I said, nothing confirmed, but he's likely coming back in May. Next at number 6, still number 6, is the newly crowned IBF lightweight champion Richard Comey. Comey challenged for the vacant title against undefeated but little-known Isa Shanaev. That was in February. He destroyed Shanaev, stopping him in the 2nd round. And it looked like he was going to do a quick turnaround and be in line for this Friday night against Vasily Lomachenko. to unify titles, but he hurt his hand in that fight. It's going to take a little bit of time to heal, so I think he'll be in line for Lomachenko come August, when Loma will likely return in July or August after handling Krolla, and looks like he'll probably get his unification bout then. So we'll see what happens, but congrats to him on becoming world champion for his first time. That's a big deal. Next at number 5, dropping one spot from number 4, is former world champion Robert Easter Jr. Easter got the big news at the beginning of this month that he is going to be challenging for the vacant WBA regular lightweight championship when he takes on former 2-division world champion Rances Barthelemy. Big fight for Robert right here. This is an opportunity to get the biggest fight of his career. Barthelemy's coming down from 140. Easter, it's going to be an interesting style clash right here. I think Easter's going to get the win. That's my prediction, that he's going to win this fight by it could be a close decision, but I think it's going to be convincing enough. This is Easter's first fight back following his first career loss at the hands of Mikey Garcia last July. We're going to see how he does, but I'm going Easter by a decision. April 27th, main event of a Showtime triple header. Undercard's not bad with Victor Postal on the undercard, so make sure you check that out. Saturday, April 27th, Showtime. Next at number 4, dropping one dropping one spot for number 3 is former world title challenger Luke Campbell. Campbell returned in March, just stayed busy, and scored a 5th round TKO over some nobody. He's waiting around for his mandatory title shot. He's the WBC's #1 contender right now. He's waiting around for that mandatory title shot. Now that Mikey Garcia moved up to welterweight and got his ass whipped against Errol Spence, he's going to see that they're supposed to be talking soon, Mikey Garcia and the WBC, about the WBC title situation. I think Luke Campbell's going to know very soon what he's doing next. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully he comes back before the end of June and fights for the title. I'm leaning towards it's going to be for the vacant world title, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mikey wants to fight. So we'll see what happens with that situation. Next at number 3, he previously was not ranked in this top 10, and that is former 3-division world champion Jorge Linares. He was actually number 1 at 140 coming into the year because he had moved up to 140 last year, and he got destroyed against Pablo Cesar Cano, and then said that in one round, and then said that 140 is too big for him, that he's moving back down to 135. Smart move for Linares. He's still a player at 135, and he's a big-time player following that huge fight with Vasily Lomachenko last year. So he's really got nothing to hang his head about. It was purely, Pablo Cesar Cano beating him was purely a size thing. It had nothing to do with skill. It had purely to do with size, because Cano is a big 140-pounder, a guy that's also fought all the way up to 147. Linares tried, wasn't his thing. He needs to come back down, get fresh at 135. Hopefully he comes back before the end of June, shakes off that loss from January. Next at number 2 is undefeated WBC champion Mikey Garcia. Mikey moved up to the welterweight limit and got destroyed against Errol Spence Jr. Just dominated over 12 rounds, picked apart, and really just outclassed in that one. Yes, the size was a big deal, but it wasn't just size. He got outclassed. But, you move up that much weight, it's tough against a very skilled fighter, which I called. I said, it wasn't just Spence is just not a big guy who hits hard. He's a guy who with a lot of skill, and that skill was shown. Mikey has nothing to hang his head about, though. Mikey can be very effective at 140 or lower. His brother Robert says there are fights at 147. He feels 140 is the better weight for him, but also, there are tempting fights at 135. He has a mandatory with Luke Campbell due. He's going to be talking with the WBC about what he wants to do with that title soon. And then there's also, just other options he could take, and he could dominate this division and possibly unify with Vasily Lomachenko at some point. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully Mikey stays at lightweight, though. And then finally, still number 1 is the unified WBA, WBO champion Vasily Lomachenko. He's returning this Friday night on ESPN Plus, April 12th, in the main event when he defends his 2 titles against Anthony Krolla, former champion. This is a fight that this night he really wanted to fight Richard Comey to unify belts. Comey got injured, though, in his fight, so he decided to get his mandatory out of the way with Krolla. I am concerned with him saying that he can't get up for the Krolla fight, but Vasily Lomachenko is so good that, I think just his skill alone is going to dominate Anthony Krolla. I don't think Corolla stands a chance in this fight. Maybe he's playing head games with him. I think he's going to kick the shit out of Corolla. I think Lomachenko's coming out to make a statement. He's mad. I think he's going to score late round stoppage. I think he's really going to put it on Corolla. Possibly a unanimous decision. It could go the distance, but if it does, it's going to be a shutout. Easy win right here for the pound-for-pound king of boxing, Vasily Lomachenko. All right, guys, that's it for the lightweights. I'll come back again with I think the light heavyweights are next. True boxing. Been hit with the truth.